He showed extreme astonishment and inquired about the situation so that he might weep if it was worth weeping for, or else he would feign weeping. The Prophet, PBUH, said that a Quranic verse had been revealed rebuking them for taking ransom from the captives, rather than slaying them. It is not for a prophet that he should have prisoners of war, and free them with ransom, until he had made a great slaughter among his enemies in the land. You desire the good of this world, i.e. the money of ransom for freeing the captives, but Allah desires for you the hereafter. And Allah is Almighty, all-wise. Were it not a previous ordainment from Allah, a severe torment would have touched you for what you took. Al-Quran 8:67-68. The previous divine ordainment went as follows: thereafter is the time, either for generosity, i.e. free them without ransom, or ransom. Al-Quran 47:4, which included an area providing permission to take ransom. That is why no penalty was imposed. They were rebuked only for taking prisoners before subduing all the land of disbelief. Apart from this, the polytheists taken to Medina were not only prisoners of war but rather archcriminals of war whom modern war penal law brings to justice to receive their due sentence of death or prison for life. The ransom for the prisoners ranged between 4,000 and 1,000 dirhams in accordance with the captive's financial situation. Another form of ransom assumed an educational dimension. Most of the Makkans, unlike the Madness, were literate, and so each prisoner who could not afford the ransom was entrusted with 10 children to teach them the art of writing and reading. Once the child had been proficient enough, the instructor would be set free. Another clan of prisoners were released, unransomed on grounds of being hard up. Zainab, the daughter of the Prophet, PBUH, paid the ransom of her husband Abul as with a necklace. The Muslims released her prisoner and returned the necklace in deference to the Prophet, PBUH, but on condition that Abul as allow Zainab to migrate to Medina, which he actually did. In captivity, there was also an eloquent orator called Suhail bin Amr. Umar suggested that they pull out his front teeth to disable him from speaking, but the Prophet, PBUH, turned down his suggestion for fear Quraysh should retaliate in the same manner on one hand, and on the other for fear of Allah's wrath on the day of resurrection. Sid bin Numan, a lesser pilgrim detained in Makkah, was released in return for setting Abu Sufyan's son, a captive, free. The Battle of Badr in its Quranic context, the chapter of Al-Anfal, spoils of war, was revealed on the occasion of the Battle of Badr, Ramadan 17th 2H. It constituted a unique divine commentary on this battle. Allah, the All-High, in the context of this chapter draws on major issues relating to the whole process of Islamization.